Righty ho, what do we have here then? So, we eliminated the water from the turbo, and this is the water feed, which is that hole in the block right there. So, I have it from a reliable source that I can block that off. So, that plug there is going to go in, and the water is simplified even more because we don't need an outlet coming to there here now. We just have a single line from the inlet manifold, which is over there. Down here as well, you will be able to see the plug. There you go. So that's the water for the turbo, which we no longer need. That's all plugged up. And like you saw in the last video, nice simplified water system. And also took that big ugly joint out as well and put a smaller one in that I had. So basically in the whole engine you've got top and bottom hose, and you've got two thermostat bypass hoses and one inlet manifold. That's it, done. Nice and simple. Bleeds super easy. It's awesome. Right, next step of reliability. Previous owner said that the cat is original and it smokes and does all sorts of weird things, and he was saying he thinks it's breaking up because it was losing power when it got hot, all that kind of stuff. So let's get rid of it, and because I don't want to line up the car and cut up piping and make it to measure, I have created a jig. So we're now going to chop there and go with a nice S-shaped piece of performance engineering. Well, if the cat was bad, it isn't anymore, because race car, obviously. I did actually get footage of getting the wheels, getting the tyres, picking the tyres out. I go to a place called Mexicali Tyres on Van Owen. They do used tyres. Did a deal with me, awesome guys, and I lost all the footage. But I think the car looks absolutely great with these. I hate two things I hate about XR4Ti's, and it is a hate. I hate the stock wheels because it makes it look like a hovercraft. They stick in too far. The stock wheels are like a 41 offset. I think these are about a 23. These are ponies off a Mustang, the 4x108, and they just fill the arches. Oh, it's so good. It looks so good. And also my second pet hate, that front bumper, which next half price scrapyard sale is going to go, and it's either going to be a Mercury Tracer or a Mark III Volkswagen Jetta that's going to replace it. I mean, in a perfect world, if I could get a European rear bumper as well, based sitting about 2 or 3 inches further in, that would be a dream. But you know, I don't hate the back bumper a little bit as much as I hate the front bumper. First, getting gas in the car, nice. Definite vibration coming down the road, and I've got no radiator fan yet, but I'm super close to home, so I just thought I'd give her a go. Project Paint Resurrection is here. That's just genuine dirt, but she's very dull. She is very dull. I've just hit her with a little bit of polish every here and there, and she does come back. Seems to have had paint on this fender. You can't really see in the film, but it's considerably lighter. The front bumper's lighter, but that's going to be coming off, and the grille is lighter. But the rest of the car does actually seem to be one colour. So I don't do all 2 cars, 1 cop fancy washing shenanigans or anything like that. So I'm pretty simple on some nice cheap Armor All Ultra Shine wash and wax, but I do love clay bar. Clay bar is the best thing ever. So I'm gonna wash it and hit it with a clay bar. I got one! I knew I'd get one. Where are you, you bugger? Noisy arse. Okay, so car's now clean. One thing I want to know is, after I've clay barred, do I still have to like do rubbing compound on a rotary buffer machine thing, or is the clay bar going to take off, you know, the dullness that you can, you know, there you can see shiny. My friend hit it with a buffer just as he was walking past. There you can see the dull. So I want to know, do you just have to clay bar it, or do you have to clay bar it and then use a rotary on it with some rubbing compound or polishing compound? We shall now see. Okay, we can conclude from the clay bar, it definitely takes some of the haze off, but it doesn't take all of it off. I could probably polish it up now and it'll look, you know, half decent, but I'm still going to hit it with some compound now on a rotary. But it's so smooth. It's just so smooth. There's no imperfections. There's no roughness in the paint or anything. Yeah, so did obviously the clay bar mainly works on the roof because stuff falls onto the actual car and then sits on it, but I used it all around, and you can see there where I've been rubbing with the clay. It takes some stuff out. I don't know, maybe if I rub long enough it would bring all the dullness out. But gonna go with Harbor Freight 8-inch compound cutting foam pad. That's on there, and we're doing Turtle Wax rubbing compound. I'm going to use it on a slow speed to start with and then go from there. Let's see if I can get, like, the reflection on the camera actually looks a lot better than it is. So I'm hoping when I've done this hood it's going to look like a bloody mirror to you guys. Okay, down a little bit. See if we can get some. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. There are some imperfections in the actual paint, if you can see it. There are some slight pinholes. Well, they look like pinholes, but you know, I suppose it's been outside for 17 years, so look at that. So you got that, and then it goes to dull, shiny, dull. Nice. This paint really is the definition of squeaky clean. It actually squeaks. Seriously, it actually squeaks. Looking pretty good, huh? Nice. Okay, so what I'm doing, oh, it's reversed. Okay, new finish. No rubbing, no buffing. Once a year, game on. Two towels at once, super pro. Look at that. Nice. And it's so smooth. Oh, lovely job. Lovely job. So, onto the roof. I think the hood was actually slightly worse than the roof, but let's see how she turns out. It's definitely darker and it's damp, but I think we can get a fairly decent comparison. Nice. Good day. Some of you may have been wondering, what about the exhaust on the XR? And a majority of you won't. But we have exhaust action. So there's a gentleman in Utah who has an 11,000 mile genuine unrestored XR that he's turning into a bit of a, not a Rapido clone, but like Rapido stuff. And the exhaust that is on, hello plane, the exhaust that is on is a Rapido system, and I don't need it or want it. And also, a thing that makes this quite special is the actual turbo downpipe here is a Rapido unit, which apparently are quite rare. So we're going to whip it off. The Rapido unit's 2.5 inches, stainless steel, and this Budge-tastic masterpiece here is a 3-inch downpipe, which I'm going to throw on. This is basically all I have, and I'm going to go to scrapyard tomorrow, get some 3-inch bends and make something that probably dumps out in front of the back wheel. Right, the Rapido system is off. Front pipe, cat bypass, mid pipe, splitting into the two rears. Hopefully that should be on a UPS truck pretty soon. Welcome to another one. And what a deal I got. So, we sold the Rapido exhaust off this old girl, and then I put this 3-inch on. 3-inch downpipe, which is ending right there, which I've had hanging from the garage roof forever. So I'm thinking just want to run a super simple system to come out in front of the rear wheel. So during our renovations, we had went to a paint place, and next door to the paint place was a muffler place, and had a big stack of steel outside in a big crate, and I was like, can I just like have a look through and see if I can use anything? And he's like, yeah, no problem. He said, scrap guy comes on a Wednesday, so come down on a Tuesday, it'll be full. Went down, I think, last Monday, and all these are all 3-inch. All 3-inch bends and a Dynamax muffler. Don't think it's quite 3-inch, but I can make it work. But yeah, look at those bends. Super tight bends, so I can bring it out in front of the rear wheels. And then I just went onto eBay and I got a V-band for about $20, something like that. So, let's see how building an exhaust goes. Probably should have videoed a little bit more of the process, but here we are, and this is what I ended up with. So that's a V-band that's going to attach to the downpipe from the turbo, and these are the bends. Just cut them and figured it out, and then that ends up exiting in front of the back wheel. Probably going to be hideously loud. Maybe going to stick some sort of bullet type muffler silencer in there, but that will be it for now. So I'll stick it on, see how she sounds. Oh, got to do hangers as well. There we go, so all welded up, and that's how it's going to sit underneath. There we go, all welded up. Happy days. Indeed. Should flow pretty well. Although we do have a couple of dodgy steps in here where those bends are just on the piss. But whatever. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm bloody exhausted. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. So, having already made an exhaust, which was tiny, a very wide bore, and insanely loud, I decided to make another one. Now, many years ago, a gentleman put an LS2 in one of these XRs, and this is the kind of exhaust that he made for the car. Now, because it's so unique, I got a load of bits off him, and he gave me this exhaust. So it's kind of rotten inside, so I'm going to be chopping up the boxes to see what's inside. But it was for a V8, so you've got obviously both the banks of the V8 coming down to this muffler, and then two out towards the back wheels, which are there. Now the bends are already done, which makes me very happy because I don't want a huge job doing this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this box and probably gut it, block that off, and do this as a 1 into 2. Not the most, shall we say, race ready thing to do, but it's here. So it seems like this car at some point ingested a small child with long brown hair. Very interesting. Out she comes. Righty ho, here we go. So we have taken the small child's hair out of here, and it had 2 perforated tubes that ran like that. But as you can see, fairly rotten. So they have been removed. I'm going to be blocking one of these up, whichever one is closest to the 3-inch that I've put in there, and then they will have freedom to choose in the democratic society in which they live to exit through whichever one they want. Here she is, all gutted and sealed back up, good to go, and nice and hollow. I know it's going to sound tinny, I know. Right, so what I need to do now is I need to put this underneath the car and those 2 rear pipes underneath the car, kind of mock it up on the floor, and then I can see whereabouts I'm going to need to chop this one along this straight here. Righty ho, 'tis a new day. So there we see, twin outlet going all the way underneath to the single box, which is gutted. And then round 2, I'm going to be gutting these out as well because they are rotten. The resonators on each side are rotten, so I'm going to be pulling the insides of those out as well. One thing I've figured out that I'm going to do now is, so I've got a single pipe there and a twin pipe there, so I'm going to cut this face off this box, which no longer has anything inside it, which is now just a resonator. I'm going to cut that face off, and I'm going to put like a deflection, a V-shaped deflection door thing in its path, so hopefully it'll quieten down the exhaust entering the box. And there we go, so exhaust out. That was in there like that. Checked it out, and hopefully, I don't know if you can see, look at all the wire, that's just a resonator box. So what I'm thinking is doing is putting like a V-shaped divider in there, so the actual noise of the single 3-inch pipe coming in the center can hit that and it will quieten it down a little bit. Don't know, that's my exhaust theory. Okay, so this is my flawed, probably, exhaust theory. Hopefully the noise is going to hit that, and there's plenty of room for it to go around and over the top of, and yeah, that's the theory. See if it works. There you go. So basically it's just, that's all welded in, and it's just a door. No, it's just a wall for the gas to go around, but there is no direct route for the actual gas or noise to go at the back of the car. So I'm hoping that won't affect flow too bad, and will cut down the noise a bit. Okay, so right, that's welded on and is ready to go. And there she is, all done and buttoned up. So that used to be a 2x2, that's now a 2x1. And this is the old 3-inch. So there's a 3-inch downpipe from the turbo into this. That's all 3-inch. And then these, still haven't fully measured them, but I think they're 2.5. 2.5s to the back. Okay, let's get her on. I'm knackered. Okay, exhaust is done. Let's see if it was all worth it, and let's see what one of these cold start things is like. Is that acceptable? Oh no. And that's as far as we got with the XR. In a very unexpected turn of events, I sold her. A person needed her with great speed. Literally the day they called me, they needed the car delivering within the hour. So I did the deal with that person or that person's assistant and delivered the car to South LA within the hour. The person / company that I delivered it to is extremely famous. I had to sign an NDA, and it was delivered to the set of their latest film. And that's pretty much all I could say. It was super exciting, super stressful to get it down there because I had to go through South LA in morning rush hour, had to deliver it down to near Inglewood. Oh, plane. And she passed that test with flying colours, drove all the way down there, morning rush hour, tickety-boo, happy days. Yeah, went on to the set. It was super exciting, got to meet some amazing people, make some amazing contacts, which hopefully are going to help Betty. I'm going to try and get Betty on their channel soon. Yeah, it was awesome. So the XR's journey ended with me, but started with someone else, and it's going to be a great journey for her. So yeah, that's it. I love the car, she's great, and I'll probably get another XR eventually. Anyway, that's it. Next video is going to be Betty. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.